Edison was grateful for his failures because they taught him how not to fail again. The millionaire mind guards clarity like a treasure. It knows that where attention goes, life follows. They taught you to look at your bank balance before you looked at your mind. They taught you to measure your worth by numbers on a screen, by coins in your pocket, by circumstances you did not choose. And so millions wake up every day believing they are poor, believing they are behind, believing the world has already decided their limits. But poverty is not born in the wallet. Poverty is born in the mind, long before it ever shows up in life. And this is the truth most people never hear. You can be broke and still think like a millionaire, but you can also be rich and still think like a beggar. One mindset builds empires from nothing. The other destroys fortunes handed down for generations. Look back through history. Andrew Carnegie arrived with almost nothing. An immigrant boy with no privilege, no safety net. Thomas Edison failed so many times the world called him foolish, yet his mind never accepted defeat as final. Henry Ford was told he was uneducated, impractical, unrealistic, and yet he reshaped the modern world. None of them waited to become wealthy before they thought like millionaires. They thought first, they believed first, they decided first, and then reality was forced to catch up. Most people believe thinking like a millionaire means spending money you don't have, chasing luxury, or pretending to be something you are not. That is not wealth thinking. That is ego thinking. The millionaire mind is disciplined, patient, focused, and ruthless with distractions. It does not beg circumstances for permission. It does not complain about conditions. It studies them, adapts to them, and uses them as raw material. Poverty says, I can't because I don't have. Wealth says, I will figure it out with what I have. One waits, the other moves. Your environment may be limited, but your imagination is not. This is where the transformation begins. The moment you stop accepting your current reality as your final destination, your mind opens a door most people never walk through. Visualization is not fantasy. It is rehearsal. Edison could see the light before the bulb ever worked. Disney could walk through his parks before the ground was even broken. When you consistently picture a future greater than your present, your brain begins to search for pathways, ideas, connections, and opportunities that were invisible before. The mind cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined reality and one that already exists. It begins to align your actions with your vision. Belief is not hope. Belief is decision. The millionaire mind decides who it is long before the world agrees. Most people wait for evidence before they believe. Winners believe first and create the evidence later. When you decide that your current condition is temporary, that it is a training ground rather than a prison, you reclaim your power. Every setback becomes instruction. Every lack becomes a lesson in resourcefulness. Every obstacle becomes proof that you are being shaped, not stopped. Clarity separates those who escape poverty from those who remain trapped by it. A scattered mind stays poor even when money arrives. A focused mind builds wealth even when nothing is visible yet. You must know what you want. Not vaguely, not someday, but with precision. Carnegie called it definiteness of purpose. Without it, effort is wasted, energy leaks, time disappears. The millionaire mind guards clarity like a treasure. It knows that where attention goes, life follows. Discipline is the bridge between thinking and becoming. Motivation fades. Circumstances change. Discipline remains. The millionaire mind does what must be done, even when no one is watching, even when progress feels invisible. Ford did not wake up inspired every day, but he worked with consistency. Lincoln did not feel confident after every defeat, but he stood again. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect in action. It is choosing long-term freedom over short-term comfort. Action is where most people hesitate. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel confident. They wait for the perfect moment. The millionaire mind understands a brutal truth. Confidence is built after action, not before it. You move while afraid. You build while uncertain. You learn while imperfect. Action taken in poverty with the right mindset is more powerful than action taken in comfort with a weak one. Each step forward rewires your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone trying and start seeing yourself as someone becoming. Gratitude grounds the millionaire mind. Not passive gratitude, not fake positivity, but grounded appreciation for lessons, for growth, for progress, however small. Gratitude sharpens awareness. It keeps you from becoming bitter, reckless, or impatient. It reminds you that today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Edison was grateful for his failures because they taught him how not to fail again. The poor mind curses hardship. The wealthy mind extracts wisdom from it. Adaptability keeps wealth alive. The world will change. Markets shift, skills expire, opportunities move. Those who cling to old identities stay stuck. Those who learn, evolve, and adjust rise. The millionaire mind is a student forever. It reads when others scroll. It studies when others sleep. It listens when others speak. Knowledge compounds just like money, but only for those willing to remain humble enough to learn. Resilience is the final separator. Not talent, not luck, not connections. Resilience, the ability to stand back up when life knocks you down, to continue when progress is slow, to believe when results are silent. Most people quit not because they fail, but because they misinterpret failure as a signal to stop. The millionaire mind understands failure as feedback. It adjusts, recalibrates, and continues forward with greater precision. And here is the truth that changes everything. The moment you think like a millionaire, you are no longer poor. You may not have money yet, but you have direction. You have control. You have power over your choices, your habits, your vision. Wealth is not something you chase. It is something you grow into. And when your thinking rises, your actions follow. When your actions align, your results change. When your results change, the world finally sees what you decided long ago. You are not behind. You are being prepared. Think higher. Decide stronger. Move with purpose. Because the mind that refuses to stay small will eventually force life to expand.